Okay, module 3, part 3. The next thing we need to have a look at is how we actually log and follow up with our new connection. So we just keep everything in an orderly manner. Now, there are two ways of doing this. I'm going to take you through in this section how you do it manually, because not everybody wants to spend a little bit of money on a tool that will organize and do this for them. We do have a tool that we recommend, and I'm going to cover that in a separate piece of training. But first of all, I just want you to understand how we can do this manually. It'll just help you to understand the whole process as well. Okay, so let's jump into my spreadsheet that organizes this manually for me. Okay, so here we are inside my organization spreadsheet. And you can see this has been going on for some while. We've got messages going out at the top for our early adopters. And we've got, as you can see, a number of cells that have been color coded. I will go back to my color coding shortly, but let's look at how we use the spreadsheet. So let's go down to the bottom. What I'm looking at doing first of all is collecting all my new connections that have come in over the last 24 hours. Okay, so the last one that I entered was Neil here. So let's hop back into LinkedIn, and we just need to scroll down till we find Neil. There's Neil. Okay. Now, interestingly, CJ, they came in as a chat, and also Teresa, actually, from a different part of my marketing. They came in from a webinar. So I'm not actually going to add them to this campaign that we're building now. I'm going to skip over them. And you will yourself find people that have come into your connections because they've asked to, or you've added them from a different source. So just be aware that not everybody will go onto your follow-up spreadsheet. Okay, so the next person we do want to add is Dr. Will here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my message. This is my thank you message, because if you remember, Will has only just connected within the last 24 hours. So we'll go back to LinkedIn. Okay, and you'll see down here, Will connected a day ago. Sally, 21 hours ago. So it's sometime just over 24 hours, as you can see. So we just hit click on message, paste in our message, and then personalize it. And off we go. But we want to log Will as a connection. So put Will Morland in there, and then on to the next one. Sally Inkster's the next one. And there you can see we've got a nice little reply from Sally. So I'm going to do something different, slightly different with Sally's, because Sally has taken the time, as you can see there, to actually type in a little message. So what you find is that some people are just a little bit more active, a little bit more engaged on LinkedIn. So I'm actually going to say, hi Sally, good to hear from you. And thank you for connecting. I'm very much looking forward to getting in touch. And what I'm going to say is, just so you know, I never actually post on LinkedIn. I don't recommend my students do either. Yeah, let's just tidy that up. As there are effective and quicker ways to engage. Generate leads on LinkedIn. And then we can leave the rest of the message the same way. So let's put, so we've personally responded to Sally. And what I'm going to do is color code Sally as, my color coding is yellow. Somebody who's responded to the first message or responded to any message without giving their phone number or asking for a date in my diary. As you can see, there's people here that have said, yeah, I'd like to speak, and I color code those in green. There are some people that come back to say thanks but no thanks. I could color code those in red. And some people will say, this chap said, yeah, thanks, but not just yet. I'm interested, but I need a bit of time. Okay, and you can see through my spreadsheet here, there are a lot of people responding, a lot of people. This chap is just waiting to book into the diary. So is this chap here. In fact, that chap said, just a bit busy at the moment. I do want to speak. Can you give me a week or two? This chap is just waiting for him to book into the diary. But that's a very, very warm lead. As you can see, there's lots of greens and lots of yellows, hardly any reds. I think there's a red up there. I thought I remembered one. Okay. So you can see that's how I mark out who's responding in what way without having to enter lots of text. And it's really easy then to pop back and do your mop-up exercises and make sure everybody who is warm is being attended to. The other thing that I do is I keep a separate note over here of people who want to meet. Okay, so we've got a really warm list building up over here of very, very warm connections. Just so I don't forget or lose track, I can always go back to that list and find out who I should be in close contact with and at what stage they're up to. Okay, let's just do one more. I'll put Joe in the spreadsheet here. Joe Kill Callan. Okay, so that's how we log our new connections. As you can see, very simple, very straightforward, but because it's simple, it won't break so long as we keep to the process. And you can get through 10 or 15 of those in easily 5 minutes. It takes no more than 30 seconds to locate, respond, and log each new connection that you've made. And of course, they're in chronicle order. When you go into, I'll make sure I'll tell you where this is. This is in my networks. So let me just show you how to find this area, just in case you don't know. So I've just hopped back into messages over here. Let's just clear those out that I've sent. Okay, and to find your list of new connections, you go into network, my network. You see there's a couple of new connections come in while we've been doing this. Then click on connections. And there they are in chronological order. So we can skip back down and find Joe. We know Joe is the last one there. The next one we need to pick up is Josh. So I'll crack on and do those and make sure everybody's logged up to date. And what I tend to do is just log the ones that have come in. I will if I'm doing this for myself, I will set connections going off in the morning and then pick up the ones that have come in that evening and then repeat the process the next day. So you're never more than a day out from responding to those people that have come in. Great way of doing it. But as I say, not everybody wants to do this manually. It's just not in their mindset. We do have a recommended tool that I'm going to cover in an entirely separate training for you as part of the program. But I just want to show you, for those people who are happy to do it manually or really don't want to spend any money at this stage, our tool is very cost effective and inexpensive. Some people are quite happy doing it manually. Also, if I explain it to you manually, then you know exactly what needs to be done, even if a tool is taking care of the majority for you. Okay, so that's how we log our new connections coming in. What we'll go on to look at is now how to follow up with those connections. Okay, and start to send out our follow-up messages. So over to that part next.